Clap it up for Angel Is, everybody. Straight from East Los.
Yeah, it's a risk for people that have never done it too. You know, like it's so I never take it for granted. I'm always grateful.
Yeah, man.
Especially like for because there's people that like you that are creating things and entrepreneurs, but then I have friends that are just like chill. They're like, hey,
Yeah.
cool, like, you down to do an episode? Like, fuck it, all right,
Yeah,
all right, I'll try it. And then we end up having a good time. So it's always cool.
You got to represent the real people. The ones that are just there, going to the gym. Did you train at Oyama, by the way?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I still go there.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I can, cursing's good, right?
Yeah, you're okay. Yeah.
Didn't ask about the guidelines.
Yeah, nothing that would get you fired from work though.
Oh,
So,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So here we're gonna discuss how to fabricate napalm. All right. Tannerite is actually really easy to make. No, that's cool. Because I saw the episode that you did with Andreas.
Yeah.
And Andreas is a friend of mine from Oyama, and he was there before I was. I've been going there on and off for like a decade.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started in summer of 2022, so this will be 3 years.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, this year I've been a little bit less consistent, but at least like a few times a week, I'm okay with that. But before that, I was going pretty like 3 to 4 times a week.
How old are you, man?
I'll be 32 next month.
Dude,
Yeah.
I need your genetics. I need your genetics so bad. I turned 32 in January, and like if I trained, like when I was like 22, I was training, like I'm gung ho, I'm a blue belt, I'm about to get it. I could train twice a day, and it would suck, but I wouldn't be dead. If I did 2-a-days like today, for a week, I would be on like a t-shirt. I would be dead. I would be dead so fast.
Yeah, for sure. No, they're demanding. I just went to I did a little kettlebell workout, but I was like, nah, no sparring today. Like I need to have some energy because I'll be, the legs are gonna be hurting. I'm gonna be gassed out, and by the time, this rolled around, I'm gonna be barely hanging on. Like so, I knew I needed to preserve some energy.
I feel you, man.
But no, it's a cornerstone of everything I do now. Essentially, like it's just.
Oh yeah.
I'm so grateful for it, for sure, and it just opens up opportunities, like this. I tell people, like, bro, you got to try it, like, because it's not just about the one thing, man. It just, like, opens up a whole new landscape for possibilities.
Yeah, man, you said something really interesting in your episode with Andreas, which was the MMA gym, the jiu-jitsu gym, where, these places, they're, like, the only places where everyone around you is, like, pursuing their goals to like the fullest.
Yeah.
It's like you go, you can work a job, you can work a day job, and even in like the creative sphere or whatever, there's a lot of people that are like just kind of going through the motions.
Yeah.
It's never like that in at Oyama. It's never like that in like a good gym. So,
right. Yeah. Like the creative, there's like hobbyists, I guess would be the word, right? Like,
yeah. But even
which it's okay. I get it. It's better than doing bad things, at least you're creating something that you enjoy and keeping yourself busy. But if you really want to accomplish something, you got to be around people that are genuinely motivated, that are going to take all the bumps and bruises and still keep on rolling through it.
Yeah. You see a lot of people fall off over time. And it's, I don't want to say it's depressing, but it's just sort of like the way that world works is like, it's not for everybody.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
There are times where I'm like rolling or they're, sparring. I'm just like, why am I doing this? I'm a swim coach, for crying out loud. This is not getting kicked in the teeth by a gangbanger,
Yeah. No, I guess that's everything though, right? That's like one of the requirements of success, like the higher you go, the less and less people are going to get to that level.
Yeah.
Which is like it's a strange thing, but it's the name of the game, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, to those, what are they like? I think there's a verse, right? Like to those who have more shall be given.
Yes.
To those who have not, all shall be taken. Like that's some.
Yes.
That's some. That could be interpreted like as pretty dark quote, but I get it too. Like like it could also be like can interpret it like as a gratitude thing, like, oh, I already have everything, you know, like I'm super grateful, like I'm a rich man just in health and family and creative ventures, things like that.
Absolutely. It's been a while since I've studied the Bible, but you know, like I'm sure we're going to talk about books here. I don't think that there's a single narrative that will ever come anywhere close to the Word of God.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm glad to have met a fellow man of faith. But,
Right, yeah. Yeah, and I'm not too heavy on it, but just that one, I thought of that one.
Just enough.
Yeah, just enough. In my own way too. In my own way.
Yeah,
Of course, I'd like to like I'd like to go to church and maybe study a little more practically, but I think I perform my own acts of faith in like the things I'm doing. Not to say that I'm, you know, like some straight edge, you know, like
No, you know.
yeah, I'm still, you know, I'm still me. I still got to do what I do.
I'm still me. I like that.
Yeah, I'm still me. But getting, you know, I'm trying to help and do good by people.
Beautiful, man. And you think about like the message of hope that that the Bible kind of like gives the reader. I mean, obviously there's some pretty prophetic, there's some pretty dark passages when you get around Revelations and all that, but the idea of like hope for tomorrow, like the idea of hope for like the future, it's something that's not really present in a lot of like the contemporary like science fiction, I guess. It's not really like a huge narrative motif.
Yeah, it's like more like apocalyptic.
Yeah.
Dystopian type of.
Yeah.
Right.
Which like you can read Philip K. Dick, you can read like, you know, Asimov, and you know, they clearly were trying to warn us about certain things that did exactly end up happening.
Yeah.
But you know, I tried to create like, you know, the world in this book, a world that felt a little more hopeful, and one that, you know, there's a lot that goes into, you know, how I write, but you know, I don't want to get too pretentious about it. You know what I mean?
You're good. This is we're all about it right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I think I was having a conversation a while back, maybe even last year. Like every show has to be like this fucking like mafia or cartel or fucking like, you know, Game of Thrones or zombie apocalypse, like. And then after, like, the person I was talking with was like, yeah, well, like, what's it gonna be about? Like, going to work and fucking, you know, like, nothing? Or I guess that was Seinfeld, right? Like, the show about
nothing. Yeah.
Show about nothing, even though there was, like, a little gems all
yeah.
in its own little way.
Yeah. Have you ever watched The Big Lebowski?
I have not.
I've
heard about it a ton, you know?
I mean, first of all, it's a very funny film, but it's like that. It's a you could interpret it as like a story about nothing, and it draws from like sort of nihilistic writings like The Stranger by Camus, and you know, but it's this dude that just sort of gets roped into this, you know, shitty situation, and his entire like attitude towards it is just like, fuck it.
Yeah, like just
like,
roll with it.
He's getting his car like blown up. He's getting like this money stolen from it. Like it's just like this crazy narrative, and then like the entire time he like, fuck it. He starts bowling and he ends bowling. Like that's the entire. It's beautiful in like a weird in a really strange way, but
yeah, like a little like I guess maybe a little bit stoic in a way.
Yeah.
Can't do nothing about it.
Exactly.
Can't do nothing about it. I gotta watch that movie. People like dressing up like him a lot too for Halloween.
Yeah,
especially like over here in Orange County, like Huntington Beach. I'll see a few of those guys.
Half of those guys aren't dressing up. It's
Yeah,
to them, it's Tuesday.
Yeah, they've been living it, and now they just put the robe on.
The billionaire rich is just the fuck it look. You're just walking around. Yeah. You're walking around with like jorts that are cut off, $10 flip flops, and then you have like $100,000 Richard Mille on your wrist. Like,
just in case, Just in case anybody was confused.
Yeah, welcome to Newport, bro.
You better remember this.
That's crazy, dude.
I was glancing over, I think the Metropolitan, and I liked how you said like by the wealthy and their imitators. That was like just looking over it, the wealthy and their imitators. Like that's a good way to put it.
Yeah. Have you ever like how familiar are you with Las Vegas? Like
Pretty familiar.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. I don't do many vacations there, but I've done a lot. I've worked there a lot.
Oh, sick,
I
sick.
would go stay for Monday through Thursday and come home Friday. Like pretty throughout my whole career as doing what I do.
that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And like, have you ever like do you work shows out there like at the
No, I'll do like cabling and install cameras at
Gotcha,
like
gotcha.
package facilities, UPSs and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that.
Because I know you're like you're on the producing side too sometimes, right? Like
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
as far as
like music.
yeah, yeah,
Gotcha,
for sure.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, that's just for me, but I haven't like worked at venues or anything like that.
I see. I see.
I perform. Yeah.
That's sick. That's sick. But no, the reason I ask is because the I don't want to sound like a pretentious like dickhead here, but like the creative process for the Metropolitan was my brother would take me with him on his like weekend trips to Vegas.
Yeah.
And I'm not really a huge gambler, but I would just sort of have a few drinks and watch what people did. And, you know, we're going back to the Bible and like, in this case, like the Catholic tradition, the Inferno, Dante's Inferno, there's 9 circles, right? Each one representing a different sin going, you know, farther and farther from God, you know. So the 9 chapters of the Metropolitan are meant to sort of emulate that
wicked.
narrative structure.
Yeah,
So like
wicked.
that's why chapter 1 is like it's all lust. Spoiler alert. And then like chapter 2, gluttony, greed, you know, going down the line.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah, that's a wicked concept right there.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. Was that concept formed just on off of a trip, or did it take multiple trips, or
it took multiple trips, but like it also just sort of evolved like as I wrote it. Like I started writing it just sort of off the cuff, and I don't know if this is like a weakness in how I choose to write, but like I didn't really see the end until I was like halfway through writing it.
right?
Like you start with the actual surface level plot, which is, you know, this guy cashes in a bunch of chips. He's clearly stolen them. The casino manager is trying to prove that he stole them. Like that's the surface level plot
Yeah,
of the,
yeah.
of the
That's the one line. That's like the straight line that you
exactly.
could see.
Yeah, but then like the idea of incorporating like the biblical imagery and like the actual 9 circles, like that just sort of I just sort of realized that belonged there. So
Right, yeah.
yeah.
Which is it's a weird thing how creativity does that, right? Like so you get supported on your way there, and you kind of work into things that you don't know, like that were even happening. Like I could write something and like I didn't even know like it could be a pun or a metaphor,
Right.
anything like that in my music. Or so a friend will, bro, like you meant it like this, like nah, I didn't mean it. I meant it on the flattest, like most simple, like just basic level.
Yeah.
But it's like a really strange thing, the creative process.
And like I don't know if you feel this way, but I feel like no creative success is intentional, or not. Maybe not no success, but like, can you name a single project where everything went exactly according to plan?
Nah, for sure not.
Exactly.
For sure not. Yeah.
You know what I
never.
mean?
Never. And then the ones you think are gonna be important don't have the same impact as the ones that were kind of like let's just routine. Like, oh, let's just go through the routine.
Yeah,
Get
yeah.
this one out of my system, and then oh shit, like that one got a response from whoever heard it or
And
enjoyed it.
yeah, I that song of yours, is it Candy
Paint.
Paint? Yeah. Like, I mean, first of all, congratulations on the success with them.
Yeah,
that's,
thank
that's
you.
amazing. Like, did you know creating that one that was gonna be like a hit? Like,
No, not until people heard it. That was just like a regular, like I could listen to a beat from YouTube in my headphones and I'll hear like a hook and then I'll just, like, let me just jot this down real quick. I think I was cleaning the house literally. And I'll just write that down and, that's a good beat. I'll look at it later. Then, or I think I got inspired, let me try to write verse 1. And I think I wrote the whole thing. It's like, cool, this is cool. And then when I started showing it to people, like, oh shit.
that's awesome, man.
Think nothing of it at all, yeah.
Yeah. saying "oh shit" in response to success. Like everything's going great. I'm just like, oh fuck,
Fuck, this is gonna be a problem.
dude. Everyone's
Fucking
watching me now, dude.
talking about blocking blessings. Huh? Like,
Yeah.
fuck, man. I don't want to be successful. They like it. Life was easier when they hated my music. Crazy. Which I mean, that's what people say, right?
Yeah.
Oh, like it got too complicated, or I gotta be here and there and this and. Oh yeah, I've been enjoying the process for sure, but I also have that experience too because I started making music at, like intentionally at, let's see, that'll be probably like, let's see, 2015. I would be just about so 21, so 10 years essentially now. Yeah, we got 2015 summer of 2015.
Damn.
So yeah, so 10 years, but I also have that experience of thinking like, oh, I need the success. Like I was literally talking to my friend yesterday, like, bro, back then we thought we were late, and now at this age where we think we're right on time, like it's like that's probably just immaturity, right? Like just being immature about things.
I mean, I feel the same way about like jujitsu. Like I feel like I started too late,
Right.
And I started 10 years ago, so I get it, you know.
Yeah.
I don't think that's immature. I think it's just like woulda, coulda, shoulda. I always could have started earlier, you know. Like,
well, it was more like we thought like, oh, we gotta be successful now. Like we need to make it. Like, bro, if we're not gone and or if we're not at this level all the way up here in 2 years, then like I'm not gonna be able to survive. Like, you know, I guess that comes back to like faith too, right? And being like, nah, everything's gonna work out as it's supposed to.
Yeah. I mean, you do have to depend on that, right? Like you have to, you know, like the way I think about it is, I've never seen someone really successful at something that was also like able to hit the sauna and like go like get a nice latte. You know what I mean? Like, nobody is like the classic example is Bezos. Like when he was like first coding Amazon.
Yeah.
Like he didn't have a yacht. He was like sleeping under his desk in his garage.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Famous picture with the spray painted.
Yeah.
Pull up that one where
Yeah.
Bezos in his office.
Yeah.
He has his spray painted on like a
we're
piece
pulling
of
it up.
plaster.
Yeah. It's you know, you're eating top ramen every night and like look at that. That's
That's crazy. Nuts.
you know, it's like the dark side of success that nobody wants to talk about is like, you know, especially if you're creative. Like if you're not nearly ruining like other aspects of your life to do what you like are called to do, then like, you know, you're not doing it.
Yeah, you're not really
creating
to the place you want. Yeah, which that's like that's the hard thing of it, right? So like, what's your opinion like on the law of attraction or manifestation, right? Because that would preach or like be like, nah, like everything's like it's because people interpret it as like all waiting around and things are gonna and it's gonna happen. But I think there's a different interpretation. It's like a little bit more like patience and faith based. Like, nah, like it's like let me work through it, but also still put myself in those positions to act like the person I'm supposed to be.
Right.
Where like they think the you know the what's the like the alpha male like kind of culture is a little bit like fuck that shit, like we gotta grind super hard every fucking day, like, you know, no breaks, no fucking breaks. But it's like a weird balance. So too, and then you know from creativity is that you can't like you gotta get some recharge every now and then, or else you're gonna
burn out.
Yeah, you're gonna crash for sure.
Yeah. No, it's like I'm glad you brought up like the billionaire grind set,
right?
Because one, that's something that I totally caricature in the Metropolitan. Like the casino manager is like, he's listening to fucking Jocko Willink, and he's like, you know, he's a David Goggins wannabe. Like,
gotcha.
You know, like if you just lift harder, it'll solve all your problems.
Right.
It's like, yeah, lifting weights is good, but like, you know, actually understanding like what you need to do in life, you know, I feel like it's a little more important. But,
the more nuanced.
Yeah.
Which that's everything comes with a cost, right? Too, because definitely not being like we can't hate that neither. Thinking like that like toxic masculinity, like that's, you know, like that's fuck those guys, you know. Not that I ever think like that, but you know, there's
Yeah,
certain.
yeah.
I guess I don't want to say. I would get the only word I could come up with would be political parties. I guess that
Oh,
kind
for
of
sure, for sure.
look down on things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, everything's double sided for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
'Cause, yeah, like
You got to find a balance.
yeah,
you know?
yeah, for sure. Which it's hard though too, because you could like let that infiltrate. Like, bro, like damn, like Goggins did that. Like he changed his life like that. Like, fuck, I gotta go stupid hard. Like I gotta fucking reach it. I gotta see how far I could go. Like I gotta run fucking Badwater, bro. Like I gotta do it. Like nah, that's not.
That's
you know,
not- yeah.
yeah, you're missing the whole point. The whole point is just that he was able to work that hard to change his life, where you could work. You know, you could change your life to a certain level, whatever fits for you and
Yeah,
your
yeah.
goals and aspirations.
No, it's like I couldn't agree more. It's like working out is great when you can afford to do it. But
Right.
like when your meal budget is Domino's, you know, it's like it's you got to get your priorities straight.
Yeah.
Forget where I heard it, but like, you know, I've heard a few different people on different podcasts kind of talk smack on like Goggins and Willink. And again, they're great athletes. Willink is amazing at jiu-jitsu.
Yeah,
I'm not
for sure.
I wouldn't take that away from them. But like, you know, their hardcore lifestyle is really just a book tour.
Right.
And like they get to work out because of that, you know.
Yeah.
If they had to go work like 12 hours on the floor of like a heat treating facility,
Yeah, it'd
Like-
be different circumstances.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. That's could be the must be nice though too, right? Like oh, must be nice to be able to work out that much.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Be that guy, but like no, fuck no, it's not. Like it's fucking hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all. I think probably, you know, that's a lot of being overly influenced by social media too, like thinking everything applies to you instead of having the perspective like let me see what, like let me get just a little fraction of this and a fraction of this and try to incorporate it in my life to figure out what still works for me, because you can't, there's not going to be no, you need more than one inspiration, more than one hero, more than one person to look up to.
Yeah,
Or else
sure.
you can't just mimic somebody step by step, right?
Yeah. How like as far as like your music career goes, like how like like it's probably like kind of a basic what they call it, basic bitch question. But like what inspired you to like get started like actually creating music? Like
Creating music, I was obsessed, not obsessed, I just loved music because my family had music on all the time. My grandpa was like a Renaissance man. He was like played piano, he played accordion, he conducted orchestra. So he had an organ in our living room all the time, like since I
beautiful,
was a little kid. And then I probably wrote my first rap in elementary school, and then freestyling, smoking weed at 15, 16, then fell off from that. And then my brother, when I moved to Orange County, and he lived here already with his wife and his family. And I would just tell my brother about it all the time. Like, I want to make music, just being a kid, you know, like knowing there was more. Like, all right, we're going to do it. We're going to do something. Then he bought a mic eventually, and then a little beat machine. And then I told a friend in LA, and then I told another friend in LA, and the rest was history.
It's awesome, man.
Essentially. And then now to be back full circle here, getting ready to go on a little run, to put it lightly, you know,
Yeah.
vaguely, yeah. So that was it. How did your writing get started?
I mean, I wasn't like a particularly good writer when I was like 14 when I actually tried to write my first story, but it was like the only creative outlet where I felt like I wasn't totally inept, because you know, like I was a artsy type kid, you know, very nerdy, loved video games, but like, you know, this was before the idea of a kid designing a video game was like
Yeah.
really like plausible. So
Or game or streaming or anything like
yeah,
that?
yeah. This is 2005. Old heads. What the kids call an unk.
Yeah,
My swim team students call me a big back unk, I think is the term. I'm told that's a compliment. All right, she's laughing. All right, but yeah. So my first writing, I guess, endeavor was trying to take the visual aesthetics of a video game that I was playing and like transcribe it like on paper. And I mean, obviously I was 14. I had the vocabulary of a chimpanzee,
Yeah.
but you know, it was just like a sort of going from there. And then I wrote this book, its first draft, when I was like 18, and finished it, realized that it was garbage, shelved it, and then came back to it 10 years later, and then redid it. And then
Incredible.
that's how that happened.
Yeah.
So
Did it click when you were 14? Like, did you get that little like spark or that? And did you find it enticing?
it felt good. It was just like it was the only way I could, I guess, express something that wasn't physical.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like any dumbass 14-year-old kid can go out and start a fight and and lose. But yeah, like actually being able to generate something that like conveys meaning, I guess.
Right,
like
right.
that was my first sort of impulse. And then you get older, you start to understand like literary ambition or like what you want to accomplish by writing something. And like when I had a firmer grasp on that, I had a better understanding of what I actually wanted to do. And,
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
So
Which makes sense. Mm-hmm. Did you go to school for writing or anything? It's just all hands on.
yeah, I mean, well, I went to Cal State Fullerton, and I think I took like one writing class, but you know, it wasn't really like a major. Like
Right,
I knew one way or another I was not going to make a living like writing. So you know,
Just because the names you're dropping and the books you're talking about, and it's like, oh, this guy, he knows what he's talking about. Yeah.
I'm not as well read as I should be.
Yeah.
But
all right. Aren't we all? Aren't we all, bro?
Yeah.
The world would be a better place if we were all just a little bit more well read.
Oh yeah.
More well read. There you go.
Yeah, more well read. Yeah.
Proving my own fucking case.
No. That was. I think that was grammatically correct. You know?
I rest my case.
Yeah.
Defendant.
There's a flip side to that coin, which is there are plenty of books that get recommended and like hyped up that myself, after reading them, I would never want someone else to read.
Right.
My favorite book, arguably right now at least, is Blood Meridian by Cormac McCarthy.
Right.
And unless you are a fighter or like a general, you should not read that book. I'm not like it's horrifically violent. It is one of the most evil things ever written, and I say that like having read books on like the occult. Like it's I'm not saying it's worse than the occult, but it's
that level.
dark shit.
Was that Blood Meridian?
Yeah, Blood Meridian, Cormac McCarthy. That's it right there.
Just want to see what.
Yeah. And that character.
How old is it?
It was printed or published in the 80s, I believe. 1985, and a lot of people kind of debate like what his purpose was in writing this book, but you think about the Old West,
right?
Like in the Old West in like the 70s, the early 80s, where it was like very vogue. Like the Old West as a concept was very like heroic, good versus evil.
And like
John
Wayne.
Yeah, John Wayne era, exactly. So Cormac wrote this as a real historical narrative. It's based on real historical events that happened in Mexico and Texas, but he adopts a lot of creative license, I guess, in what actually happens, and it's just about the scalp hunters in Tejas going around killing the Apaches because they were contracted by the Mexican governors to do so.
Yeah,
Mexican governors have Apaches on their land. They pay American outlaws, like murderers, like the worst human beings you've ever heard of, to go out and like kill the Apaches to like defend the settlements in Mexico.
Yeah, to keep going, keep expanding, or keep things safe.
Yeah, exactly. And the violence in the book is like unbelievable.
Yeah, it's hard. Books are weird like that because how much you have to process it in your own. Like, I finished The Island the other day.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and my stomach felt sick. How like at the end, like I'm like, bro, I kind of don't like that a book made me feel like this. At least if I watch something, I'm seeing it, and I'm seeing people and make me feel a certain feeling. But like when I finished it, I was like, like I didn't like how I felt. Like,
Yeah.
and because he just closed it and saw, well, a movie, he just turned it off. But still, something about the fact it's just and now it's kind of like just gone. But like self-help books, right? Like that's the big thing. I feel like that it's it's the hot book right now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm kind of exhausted on them. I'm kind of really tired of them, and I got to like, lean more into memoirs and novels. But great writing has self-help in it, right? To a degree.
Oh, for sure. As far as like self-help books myself, I've only read like Mark Manson. Is it Mark Manson? The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I read that one, and there were some pieces of like decent knowledge in there, but like, you could probably find something similar in terms of like novels that give you like a similar sense of like that similar interpretation.
And not giving a fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, the first thing that comes to mind is The Stranger by Albert Camus or Camus. That book is it's a lot of that's it. It's written by a French nihilist, which is already kind of like a red flag.
Yeah,
but,
starting from a bad spot.
Yeah, we're off to a terrible start. But this French guy kills a man, and the novel is basically about his trial and how he's very emotionally disconnected from what he did, just because he doesn't give a shit. So like, the subtle art of not giving a fuck
can be,
yeah, it's like,
and to the extreme, right?
Yeah, exactly. You got to find balance.
Yeah.
Oh
the
man,
way on the edge.
yeah.
It makes sense that people would lean more into novels, or even I like memoirs too, to a degree.
Yeah.
Because that's what we heard the tales, right? We heard, way before the written word, we were hearing the tales, and that had all the messages hidden into it, and the do's and the don'ts.
Like you could look up a person that you like, find their memoir, and it gives a lot of life to the legend. You know what I mean? I have the complete memoirs of Ulysses S. Grant, and I've only gotten like, I have not read the thing front to back, not even close, but it's like 800 pages. Homeboy had nothing to do. He's Ulysses S. Grant. He's just bored writing all day.
It's a world. It's absolutely a world. Like there's something about walking into like a bookstore too, right? Like there's nothing like it essentially. Like it's I don't know, just the amount of information that's just it's painted all over the walls, right? Everything's just this and that, and there's like an aura to it too.
Sure.
Like walking in, like shit,
No, it's like serenity in like a weird way.
Yeah, exactly. And maybe like a museum too. It has like a certain type of piece when you walk into it and you're able to look around. But yeah, it has to be one of the strangest places we go to day to day, right? Not day to day, but regularly.
If you're a nerd, you're going there every day. Keith's going to the bookstore again. What a dweeb!
Logging it in there.
I remember one of my professors. Can't remember his name, but I mean, rest in peace if he's up there, because he was very old when he taught my class. But He described writing as like a technology, describing writing as a technology that's like able to transport you to another like universe.
Yeah,
I know it sounds like a little hipster thing to say, but like there's truth to that.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And like you go into a bookstore and you're surrounded by like that sort of cryptic technology.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's it's like multiple black holes type of thing.
Yeah.
Which one are you gonna take?
Multiple black holes. I like that. Yeah.
Like all surrounding you.
That's sick.
Yeah. No, it's Yeah, and that's the perfect way to put it. That's like where you get into like consciousness and the mystery of consciousness, right? And like our creativity and everything. Like, what's the, like, how did we evolve to be able to create these things that don't even exist?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's a whole, another universe, a whole more universes. And then, what is your outlook on your creative, like your sparks and your ideas? Are you getting them only from like, or mostly from trips and what you see around you?
I'll answer that question, but I think you said something really smart about like like the depth of consciousness there. Like human beings are like, I'm not claiming to know everything about human nature or whatever, but like storytelling comes very naturally,
Right.
right? Because we're social animals. Like you and I are having this conversation right now. Like, like if there's like a tiger behind that door, I'm gonna be like, hey Angel, there's a tiger behind that door, right? It's a one sentence story, but it's still a story.
Right.
It conveys meaning. It's gonna keep you safe.
Yeah.
Don't open the door.
The listeners are gonna love it.
Yeah, yeah.
Love that shit.
Yeah. So it's like, so storytelling comes pretty naturally, but like being able to use language to like completely transmute like reality and bring someone else, like, that doesn't come naturally.
Yeah.
And like,
It kind of doesn't make sense too.
It
Like,
doesn't
what's
make
the
sense.
point of it?
Yeah,
Of
yeah.
it, like we told, like the tiger, that's
Yeah.
survival.
Yeah.
But I guess it's also that we've advanced so much too. But we were doing this, like, I don't want to disrespect and say there's novels in the Bible, like within it, because it's like more of a collection, right?
Right.
But we've been saying, well, like, that would go back to like fairy tales, right? And like
Mm-hmm.
myths and everything. We've been saying those stories forever.
Yeah.
But they were mostly about here.
Mm-hmm.
And then now, when did we really start being so captured by the, like, what wasn't here, like
Right.
like everything else, or this world, or the world in the ocean, and
Yeah,
the world
yeah,
of
yeah.
space, like somewhere along the line there was a change, right?
Oh yeah.
Probably had to do with like the Industrial Revolution and typewriters and things. Well, not even that though, right? Because like the 1800s they were already writing novels, I would assume.
Oh yeah. No, but it's just, it was an interesting point to touch on, and I won't go off on too much of a tangent, but yeah, to answer your question, like where I get my inspiration from, like, do you mean like for actually writing the stories, or like?
What is your perspective on where the input comes from?
I mean, I'm pretty self-aware that most of it is derivative. Like most of what is in this, or in these books, it comes from older stories. It comes from like places I've been. Like I basically ripped off a lot of the settings for Epsilon from like places I've been in California, Japan, Canada. Like it's
Which a more positive way would be inspired, not
Yeah,
necessarily ripped off. Yeah,
I guess you could say I was inspired by that. But the story itself, that's a good question, because when I first wrote it, it was a lot less directional. Like there was a lot less. It was more just like I wanted to write it. But after growing up, after becoming like an adult with a fully formed prefrontal cortex, sort of, I decided to turn it into like a coming of age story,
right.
disguised as like a science fiction,
Right,
like
right.
epic or whatever.
Yeah.
So and then the second book, Epsilon Book 2, that one was pretty simple. Like I just took the original like conflict of the story and I just reversed it. I took all of like the story beats, all of the locations, and I just sort of like, when you're designing something with like color shading, you can like invert the color shading.
Right.
That's basically book 2.
Yeah.
So.
And those concepts are just they're just hidden within the process of writing one line, one paragraph, one chapter at a time. Like then that you arrive at that point. Yeah.
Like I usually have a rough idea of where I want the story to go, but every now and again I'll just be like, reverse course, not there. But like you take it one step at a time, and one chapter at a time, one sentence. There have been many times where I've been out on my patio with my laptop, and I'll be smoking a cigar, and I'll just like trying to smoke a cigar and write at the same time. And I'll just get up and I'll just go walk, and I'll be like thinking, like, does this need to be here? Where is it going? What does it mean? Like, I'm asking myself, what does it mean?
Right.
You know
right,
what I
yeah.
mean? Like,
there's you writing, and then there's you like essentially editing or or like critiquing, right? Which
yeah.
the discussion, which you gotta like have that. That's even hard for people to even like
Yeah,
fathom. Like fuck, I gotta question my own work. But then that's how you don't let like filler and bullshit kind of slip through the cracks. Which especially like hip hop right now is essentially like there's the greats that like Kendrick Lamar, that his writing is it's
oh yeah.
it's fully it's packed with content. Like he means every word, it means something.
Yeah, I was
every
gonna say.
single time.
Yeah.
But then there's a lot of just fucking jibber jabber that's fucking crazy, bro. Like damn, this is where we're at now. But it's that's art, I guess. It's like abstract essentially. It could be like splashed up paint on the wall type of shit, and then it's a fucking masterpiece.
Yeah. I'm not going to talk about a certain banana taped to a certain wall, because if you talk about the banana wins.
Yeah, right.
No, let me ask you, like, for you, right, for your editing, like, describe that process as opposed to the actual writing, because, like, to me, they're very different.
Yeah.
They're, like, incredibly different.
I'm gonna be honest, and one person is really not gonna like this, but I essentially don't edit my lyrics.
Okay.
If I'm inspired by a beat and I get halfway through the song and then I hit a wall, that song probably never gonna get finished. Like I write stream of conscious, or I'm just, if I get through the whole song, the whole beat, then it ends up being a song.
Gotcha.
If it doesn't, then if I get stuck here, and then it doesn't end up being a song. And even if I have a full song, I really don't go back and kind of clean it up.
I see.
Unless it's within the recording process, I don't necessarily go like, all right, let me cut this out and touch this, cut this filler word or this extra syllable. Or if I can't catch the rhythm enough, like if there's too many extra syllables, then I'll find a word to cut out. But I won't get I won't do a rough draft and then clean it up, mark things out, and then do it. And that's kind of like that's like that maybe could be a lack of maturity, or
I don't think it's
a lack of professionalism, like to be like, no, I really gotta like let me work through it. Because the weird thing about my process is that I'm essentially just getting better for the next one, which is like I guess that's a luxury of short writing. It's just 3 minutes of words that I gotta fill this song with. It's not it's not a whole 200 300 pages. It's like a luxury, right?
I mean, yeah, but like there's merit to that process as well. Like if it goes, it goes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Can you look up Tropic of Cancer author? Because there's this one writer, Henry Miller. That's him. Yeah. So this guy, his writing process, he described it in his memoir, where he would just sit at his typewriter smoking cigarettes for like hours, and then I'm butchering this, but like he would be like calling out like, speak to me,
Yeah.
and then like he would just write kind of like you were describing, stream of consciousness.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like if it works, it works.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's your art. It's
sure. And there's some songs that you could tell I wrote like that, and then there's some songs where you can't tell I wrote like that. And then that's like sometimes I'll give you the duality, right?
Right.
So I really want to write songs that are like the depth of my soul, or the depth of the pain that I felt growing up this way or that way, or this story, this this fucking tragedy of somebody I was best friends with that experienced this and is now here and there. But I don't write like, I guess this is like a limit, right? I just don't write like that. My writing is more like just, it's like the beat tells me what to write, and then the universe just supports me, or the beat gives me one sentence of just a little kickstart, and then it goes and goes and goes, and it kind of like, if it ends up being concise, it's kind of like luck.
Right.
And then you could go through my catalog and be like, this is not concise at all. Like the hook is a different topic from the verse. Clearly a different, like it doesn't align well, and that's like the experience and maturity, and it's just, maybe I'll change my process along the way, but that's like a little perspective I have on it. Like I'm really like, I guess that's people say like, oh, I'm just a conduit for the thing that the universe wants to exist. Like it's not really me, that's like the muse too, right? Like
yeah.
you some which speak
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah, speak to me, Henry Miller. Yeah.
Speak to me. So that's like the little, that's the good and the bad that I attempted to lay out.
Yeah. No, I mean, like you described it as a duality. It makes sense. You know what I mean? Like you trying to create something, you have the idea, and now you're just waiting for like all the other pieces to like. It goes back to what we were saying. Like, there's no creative like mastery that happens 100% on purpose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
Yeah. But those like sad songs or like that are like just like I guess the most emotional part of me wants to write like that, like a real like country song. Not that I write country, but like those fucking Dear Mama make you cry type of what's our other guy's name? They're missing me. Evan Bartles is a good country singer that he writes a lot like that, bro. Like, oh fuck, bro. Like, don't do this to me. Like, I can't handle this. Like those type. That's eventually. I want to be able to do that too. So it's a give and take. Like which it can be both, or can it?
Yeah. Have you heard that song, "Somewhere in the Orange"?
No.
Oh, it's a.
The Zach Bryan song.
Zach Bryan. Yeah.
For sure.
I'm an idiot. I forgot it was by Zach Bryan.
Yeah.
But
no, you're good. I've heard it 100 times and I said no. So we're on the same boat.
Yeah.
It's a short boat.
It's a dinghy.
Yeah, no offense.
It's all good.
Short boaters.
Oh, I ride the short boat to school. Yeah. So the editing process for me, I got a funny story. So I can write and maybe have a few drinks while I do it. I try not to get too plastered when I, just because if I can't think,
it's dicey for sure.
If I can't think, there's no way I'm going to be able to communicate properly, right? So the one sort of exemption from that was I think chapter. Let me double check. let me review my own work.
Let me get my facts straight.
Yeah.
Facts straight.
Yeah, Jamie, pull up the facts. Oh yeah, so yeah, chapter like 22 here and chapter 23. I wrote those chapters on a cruise ship. I took my lovely fiance on a cruise, and we got the drink package, and I was blasted sunrise to sunset. Yeah. I was so drunk, right? But I wrote 12 pages over the course of 4 days, and then I went back to edit it, and sure enough, I was like, had to make some changes. But fast forward to the book getting released, and a friend of mine reading it, and he pulls up this one snippet. Sorry, not to
You're good.
Not to gloat, but just so I can see if I can find it here. Nothing like total silence on a podcast. Yeah. Put on some background music.
You're good. Shout out to my editor.
Oh, nice. Is she standing right in front of us?
Yes.
All right, I don't want to waste too much time looking for it, but I wrote, they reversed the fall of night and rode into the sunset that, basically the ship went around the planet against the turn of the sun.
Yeah.
So it reversed sunset into sunrise, right? And my friend sent me that. He took a picture of it. He sent me dude, that is the coolest thing I've ever read. And I'm like, I don't remember writing that. I was 20 cocktails back in Ensenada when I wrote that, dude. Yeah. So
Yeah, that's like the weird thing about creativity though and artistry. Like that's like the trap too, right? Like I'm an artist, you know. Like,
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
drink and write. I could, bro. The more I drink, the more confident I am on the microphone, bro. Like I got no that I don't have that filter of hesitation and embarrassment, kind of, or second guessing. Like that's gone. But it's also like not sustainable though too, right? Like that's
Yeah.
the motherfuckers crash and burn.
Oh
And
yeah. Oh yeah.
27 Club and, and younger.
Yeah.
It got a lot younger once everybody started doing meds.
Ugh.
But
Juice World, man.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right. But that's like that's the. It's fun though. It's enticing. It's very like, bro. I could be I could be partying and working. Like this is my type of job, you know. But,
Yeah, dude. The classic authors, because like you think about Juice World, like poor guy, addicted, just had he mixed drugs and had a heart attack, right?
I think he might have taken his pills instead of getting arrested and then overdosed on like in an airport.
Oh my goodness, poor man, poor guy, dude. Jesus, but so the author that did that before it was cool. Do you know Hunter S. Thompson?
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Fear and Loathing.
Yes.
Yeah, I haven't read it, but I've heard it.
I mean, Fear and Loathing, the movie with Johnny Depp is really good. The book, I mean, I think even if you ask Hunter S. Thompson, the book is kind of structurally broken. But like, Hunter just destroyed his brain with LSD and coke, and he unfortunately took his own life, and it's, I mean, rest in peace. But yeah, he was riding that lightning.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah,
like,
which is it's not sustainable.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, can't do that. Can't do that.
No,
Can't do
no.
that. I don't want to. I definitely don't want to encourage that to the kids.
No,
but
no.
But creativity is fun. It takes maturity to realize creativity is fun, no matter the circumstances. Like
Yeah,
whether you're
yeah.
sober at home on the same fucking desk you've sat at for a decade, on the cruise ship.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, in the parking lot in downtown LA, just rapping. It's fun anywhere, anytime. Bro.
That's got to be a real vibe, by the way.
Yeah.
Like just like freestyling, like
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
that's awesome, dude.
Yeah, no, it's
I was never cool enough to get invited to the.
the cipher.
Yeah, yeah.
Never delinquent enough.
No. I mean, I was more into punk growing up than rap.
Yeah.
But like never anything like really hardcore or cool. I mean, you said it best. Like anybody listening to this, like, stay away from drugs, stay away from like the nefarious side of life, man. It's like fucking dangerous.
Yeah, it's not sustainable.
Yeah.
for sure. And there's bigger things to do too.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, what's the rush like to finish a book and to how's that for you? I mean, it has to be pretty, like, it has to be a good sensation, right?
Yeah. It's like when you say rush to finish the book, you mean like
The rush when you finish a book.
Oh,
like
yeah,
when you're
yeah.
like, holy shit! Like, it has to feel good, right?
it feels good. And like I was very proud of the first book. I was very, very proud of Epsilon book 2, but I think the first day after it released, I found a typo in book 1, and I'm like, but yeah, man, it's transcendent, I guess is the word,
Yeah,
so.
which that's in those rewards are out there for sure, and it's a great feeling. It's a great, not the book, but like, because I haven't experienced, I've never wrote a book, obviously, but like a song being out or somebody enjoying something, like like that's even now with the podcast, like like bro, you're getting better or this and that, like I'm not too focused on, like, it's not that I only do it for the feedback. Of course, I don't really even think about the feedback, but it's just a little, it's just the fact that your work is out there, I guess, is probably a part of it too. Like, hell yeah, like this this shit ain't gonna fucking die with me, you know, like it's out
Exactly.
there. I'll be gone in for whoever, for however long, you know, it's still,
Yeah.
it's the real thing.
You've like added your like the contents of your mind or whatever to like the canon of existence.
Right.
Like that's a crazy thing to think about.
Yeah.
You know, like music, art, like whatever your expression is, like, you know, the idea that you can create something that will make you, I guess, immortal in like a weird way.
Yeah.
Like as immortal as you can be.
Yeah, for sure. Even as long as society holds up, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't got no. I don't got most of my new songs ain't on. I think I got one CD with like our first mixtape from
Nice.
2016.
Nice.
Other than that, everything's all digital. So
Nice.
Yeah,
Now,
fucking-
if I ask for a copy of that,
yeah, I could give you the one. I could give you the one.
the one is yours,
Yeah,
man.
I could give you.
I wouldn't
we
want
could get
to.
it. We'd have to go to like SoundCloud and make one.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Old school.
2016, yeah, it's crazy, right? Oh, SoundCloud,
Yeah,
old school.
the fact that SoundCloud is old
right,
school,
yeah.
that's crazy.
Remember, I had my sister's CD player. Take like her All Eyes on Me CD, the Tupac one, and just like walk around with it. My cousin saw me like, "What are you listening to?" I think it was "How Do You Want It" playing. Like, what the fuck?
Hell
You
yeah.
fucking little gangster. Oh, bro, it's Tupac. What are you talking about? Tupac. Everybody likes Tupac.
Yeah, man. I get money. That's the how's it go? I'm not about to rap, but like, how do you survive weighing 155 in a town where the little cry? Yeah.
Living in a moment. Yeah, straight balling.
Yeah.
Tupac,
Yeah.
yeah. Crazy. Well, he was a poet for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like his poetry book, I read it, but he was also really young, right? So that's not the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like his song lyrics were a lot more powerful than his poetry book, but he was also not. He was a kid.
He was a different phase,
Yeah,
you know.
he was way different. It's not even fair to compare the two.
Yeah.
I get well. That's like like I've discussed it. We got to look back. We got to look at the past with our morality of now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but that's the same. Like I get to compare his work then from his work when he was already much more mature.
Right.
It's just not. It's not fair. But nonetheless, hey, he got a poetry book out. That says something. That's cool as fuck.
Oh yeah.
When
Yeah.
when you look at the scope of your settings, is it something that like so these two are off of Earth again, right?
Yeah. Like fictional planet.
Yeah. So how do you construct those worlds, considering they probably have to be different to a degree than Earth?
Yeah, I mean that's a good question. So with this one, right? Sometimes you have to start with like one thing that has to be there, and then the rest of the sort of world building structure kind of goes around that. If that
Right,
makes
yeah.
sense. So there's on Epsilon, like on the planet itself, there's a continent called Nuoven or Nuoven. People pronounce it however they want.
Yeah.
You know. And that's a derivative of Numenor from Tolkien's work, which is Numenor is like this idea of like the true West, like this idealized version of
Western philosophy.
yeah, or just like Western, like the Western ideals. Like it's kind of a lot to unpack, but like I started with that, and then I built the rest of the world building necessity around that.
Yeah.
So like the other continents, the other countries, the other planets, like they all just sort of like come out of certain inspirations that are like that. If that makes sense.
Right. Yeah, because that's to fathom that in my mind. That seems like an impossible task for me, from my perspective. Like, you're writing the story, but then you have to build the environment like that supports that story, which is like that's a seems like a mighty task. And
Thank you. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know. It's just it's what you do when you have free time, I guess.
yeah,
But
or when you enjoy, when you're
Yeah,
passionate
yeah.
about it.
yeah. And then for book 2, if I can, I gotta sign this for you, by the way.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So this one, I don't really know how I decided this, but in Norse mythology, there are these. I think they're the 7 daughters of Run, who is like a moon goddess in Norse mythology.
Can we look at the 7 daughters of
Yeah,
Norse
yeah.
mythology?
Oh wait, there it is. 9 daughters of Aegir and Run, or Ron. Dude, Norse. This language is beyond me. So I'm not sure how I decided this, but I decided that all of the geography in Nethergon would be derived from this. So like Blog Hadya is Bloghaden in the book, like that peninsula, and that's pretty pivotal to the story. Wink. And you know, like Hronaval, you know, like it's stuff like that, you know.
Right, yeah.
It's like taking little pieces of established mythology and deciding like how I want to incorporate them into like a new narrative.
Yeah. It's fun to find those things out, like whichever way it happens. Like, you know, like, oh, this reminds me of this, or it'll take time. Or like, when I was reading Island, and there's a part where like a little like a little future dictator type of like a little mama's boy.
Oh yeah.
He's reading sci-fi and some a real G, and like, what are you reading? Like, oh, science fiction. Because you can't handle reality. Like he tells him, and then later on I heard a 10-year-old Kendrick Lamar song, and he's like, oh, you live in sci-fi. Like, and it didn't click till I read Island this month, and then heard that song again, and that song's been 10 years old. But like finding, like, for the people that are like, it'll click now, you know.
Yeah.
But then somebody will have found it in the book, like, oh, this kind of sounds like, you know, this. Like, I wonder if he got inspired by that. Those are like those little gems, and it takes you got to be sharp to find those little things.
Yeah.
Which, like, just another thing of how fun creativity is, and how like those little moments, like, oh shit, like that's fucking cool. Originality too, like, oh, I gotta be the most original, like I gotta be the most original. But a lot of art is it's still,
it's made out of art. It's made out of like the art that came
Exactly.
before it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you'd have to be like a Neanderthal, right? Too, which is crazy.
Yeah.
You'd have to be a Neanderthal to do original art, like the most original art.
Yeah.
Like, because he couldn't do it. We couldn't do it before
Yeah.
that. But yeah, it's not. It's like, I'm comfortable with that right there. Like, yeah.
No, that's a very interesting thought, man. And yeah, I had no idea that Kendrick Lamar drew inspiration from Island of all
Yeah,
things.
it's probably just the greatness, right? I don't know if he's read it. Like,
I mean, you know.
yeah, it might be possible. But if he hasn't, that still makes sense to me. Just to like a little.
It's a connection.
It was just like a shock for me. Not a shock for me. It was just super fun, super cool. Like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then it shows me how much I miss that. Like, you know, you constantly there's like the biases and the blinders that we live with are.
Oh yeah.
It's like a survival instinct too, right? We can't process all the information. It's just the tiger behind the door.
Yeah.
And what bison are we gonna eat, right? It's like that's what we're evolved for. But like that's why you reread books, right? And re-listen to music and go back to it, because it's gonna be a whole different thing.
Yeah. You pick up on things that you wouldn't have gotten like
Right.
the first time, and like, you know, you take that and you're able to apply it to like a new level of understanding, and like from there you maybe can create something better yourself, or maybe you can just appreciate it more.
Yeah.
You know?
Is there many avenues of art that just inspire you, or besides literature or reading?
Totally. Like, I wouldn't even say that I'm like super inspired by literature. Like, you know, going back to like when I first started writing, it was video games that inspired me. It was like, you know, movies, comic books, and graphic novels to a degree. But like, as far as like influences or like inspiration, like it's mostly like aesthetics. It's like, you know, it's not just video games either, like 90s anime, like 90s anime really something that I really like about that. Have you ever seen Akira?
No.
Could you look up just Akira, like just like the cover art, like Akira poster? Oh yeah, so this is incredible. This film, what they did was they took a 600 part, like a 600 chapter anime long running series, and they compressed it into like a 2 hour movie, and it's very very good. Like it's just visually stunning. Like the story is incredible. So yeah, this is something that inspires me as well. But as far as like music inspires me in a different way, I guess.
Aesthetic is weird too. Like, do you think has that been a constant thing in your life, or have you become more aware as you've gotten more mature?
I mean, I think I've gotten more aware of it, but like only aware of it in the sense that it's like, oh, this is the way things should look and feel.
Right. Like yes and no.
Yeah.
Like I don't like this and I like this.
Yeah. You don't have to make it more complicated than it is. You can just say like, how do I want this scene to feel for the reader? Like,
Yeah, because I feel like that was not something that I even perceived before. Like now, like literally yesterday, we were talking about a beer can that I was drinking with my friend, and like they had like a really dope, like I guess like the shadowing on it was almost like almost the Star Wars like, how would you describe that? I guess just shadow, right?
Yeah.
But
yeah,
and the font was like really like, it looked like 70s video game. I don't remember the exact brand of beer, but it looked like a 70s video game, and just admiring like, oh, these letters are dope. Like that's not something I really processed before.
Yeah.
But I think as I gotten older, like I've got more like things like this, like even just how the bike is disproportionately bigger than him.
Yeah.
And then, but he's also looking up. So what's he looking at then?
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
that's like
Yeah,
those
yeah.
things where, I wouldn't have noticed that before.
Yeah.
Or now, but now it's like I can't go without noticing or thinking about it. Like it's everywhere.
Yeah. And now you got me thinking about that beer can.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking like a synthwave beer can sounds pretty badass.
It's similar, yeah. I think I got like a half a picture of it on my
Vaporwave beer.
on my IG story, but it was like that's the only aesthetic, and then relaying aesthetic too, because you can only process what you've already seen, right? Like you could only relate this to what you've already seen.
Yeah. That's got to be a unique challenge for you as a musician, because like the tools that you have to convey aesthetic it's you only have one sense to do that. Like you only have like the sound.
Yeah.
It cannot be easy.
No, that's crazy. But right, yeah. Yeah, because then in your writing, do you like narrate thought also?
Yeah, this was something that a few of my I only ask for honest critics. Like I don't like yes men, but one of my friends is like that. He's like very like, I don't care if I hurt your feelings. I'm gonna be real with you. And he told me,
friend.
Yeah, for real. Like I appreciate him for it. Aaron, shout out. I don't know if that's bad form, but
No, you're good.
so one of his criticisms for the first book was that I was a little too I guess the term is dictatorial. Like I was dictating too much the protagonist's thoughts, whereas like you can leave it slightly up to the reader's interpretation,
Right. Yeah.
based off like what the situation is, what they say, maybe a few like verbal thoughts, like like Connor thought this, da da da, like
Yeah, but there's a degree though too, like because then that also gives depth to it, right? So it would be like an actor's face. Walter White, we're rewatching Breaking Bad.
Hell yeah.
And it's the scene where him and his wife are fooling around in the meeting.
Yeah,
And,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
You've watched it before
Been a minute, but yeah, I remember.
yeah, bro. And he looks diabolical, bro. Like that he's able to convey that much emotion and even like trajectory of his life with his facial expression. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like that's his that actors are able to do that. So I bring that up because that makes me think like that would be what you can't you don't have that luxury in your writing like to convey like a facial expression. So you would need the thought. You need the thought to be outlined a little bit more.
You could also kind of have fun with like prose, like the actual like choice of words and like the sentence structure. Like you can have fun with it. And there are a few times like where I have to describe a character's face or like their expression, and I'll just be less than less than correct with like how I do that.
Right.
And like part of that's intentional.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't always hit it. Like I don't always like do it right, but it's
you get it.
It's my
done.
writing. Yeah, I get it done. Yeah,
for sure. Which that's like the authenticity and the originality of it too, right? Like
yeah.
It's how often do you fall into the trap of like perfectionism or like you could edit you could spend how many years editing only.
That was yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Like if I didn't just tell myself, hey, cut it out, we're done, all three of these would still be on the shelf.
Right.
Like all three of these would still be getting edited, and I'm sure you feel this in like other areas of your life, but like being overly self-critical, it's kind of like being overly self-confident.
Right, yeah.
Where it's like you got to have some confidence, but too much is, it's like anything. Too much of a good...
Yeah, you're faking it.
Yeah. So like being too self-critical is like, oh, I'm never gonna put anything out. I'm never gonna do anything. I'm not good enough.
It's not good enough.
Exactly. So like you just have to sort of keep yourself in check with like how good something actually is and how much you're willing to be a perfectionist about it.
Right, and being okay with the outcome. Yeah. Because that's like one reader, two readers, one listener, two listeners, bro. That might as well be 1,000,000 compared to 0.
Right.
Like that is like, bro, somebody's experiencing your art, like something you made, something you dedicated time to, and like just the hard drive, bro. I call it a hard drive graveyard. Like that shit, it's nothing, bro. It's just, it's like the fucking Library of Alexandria just burnt to the ground, bro. Like it means less than nothing for art just to sit where and not to be seen. Like of course, there's degrees you want it to be good. You want it to be good, bro.
Yeah.
But it's just like that. I'm sick of that shit. I'm sick of it, bro. I'm sick of the music on the hard drive. Doing nothing, just taking up iCloud.
Yeah,
like
taking up iCloud.
That's why I encourage people, like creators, bro. Like, you gotta just put it out, it out. And of course, once it's published, it's forever, and your name's on it. Your name's literally on the. That's not. Yeah. I at least have a stage name, but still though, like there's something. There's no like losing when you're really like when it's your art that you dedicated your time with and you're willing to share it, and somebody's gonna experience it.
It's a good point. And just to go back a little bit on your point about perfectionism, like there's a lot of stuff artistically where I think it has more merit, or it's just straight up better because there's problems with it.
Right.
Like remember back in the day, like YouTube videos were like nobody in 2009 knew how to fucking produce a YouTube video.
Right, yeah.
And like, remember Filthy Frank?
No.
Oh man. Do you know Joji, the artist? He's
the singer?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know who that is.
So Joji, before he was Joji, he was a YouTube video guy named Filthy Frank.
What the fuck?
And he made some crazy videos. And like they're all poorly like made. Like the camera's shaking around, like there's no, but like that lack of clarity is part of Filthy is the first thing that comes up. Like that's part of what makes it good. It's part of what makes it engaging. And you might have to cut this part, just a heads up. But yeah, that's Joji before he was on top of the world. He was doing these just fucked up videos.
Yeah,
Uh,
which is crazy.
Yeah.
My boy Adrian stays in a fucking trip out on this part.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he like showed me some of his music years ago. I think that song in particular, that Slow Dancing in the Dark, when we make music, so we're always gotta be finding and showing and like, yo, check this out. And
yeah.
well, yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you got to draw inspiration from you know, especially from genres that I mean, again, I don't
Aren't your genre.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, that's a crazy rebrand though.
Yeah, it's a crazy rebrand. Yeah.
I could just do parodies, huh? That would be. I'll just do it in reverse.
You got to do it. Yeah, you got to do it in
Yeah,
reverse. You have to start your absurdist YouTube channel now.
Yeah.
You have to go be the next Eric Andre.
Yeah.
Who also is musically inclined.
Yeah.
Right. Got a degree in music theory from somewhere, but
Berkeley.
I think so.
It's
Yeah.
Berkeley, yeah. No, I don't think it's this Berkeley. I think there's another.
Yeah.
The music school or the Berkeley Music School.
Yeah, something like that.
Like in New York or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on it.
No, yeah. This is none of what we're saying is legally binding.
Yeah, disclaimer.
We are not your financial advisors.
Yeah, do your own research.
But buy Bitcoin. buy what's it called? Aux protocol? Yeah, buy plenty of that.
Yeah, buy Epsilon.
Yeah, buy
Part
Epsilon.
1 and 2.
Yeah. Thank you. Oh man.
Follow it on all platforms.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like, isn't there a Japanese like philosophy about that too, like the imperfections of that, like they like the broken flower pot and things like that, right?
Yeah, they have that art style where they take broken pottery and they remake it with gold.
Yeah, which that's crazy too, huh?
Yeah. It can't be easy.
No. Well, it's like a patient culture though, right? Like everything like just like peace and like.
I've been trying to avoid talking about it because like, you know how guys who go to Japan are. Like they go to Japan and then suddenly all they talk about is fucking Japan.
I only know one guy that, right? Oh, two.
They're multiplying.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, 3 now with you. But
Oh shit.
my brother.
One of us.
Yeah, my brother went to Japan.
For?
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Oh wait, yeah. Alex, Brian.
Yeah.
And then Moreno. So 5. Yeah.
They're
Well,
literally
the best example is my brother though, because we didn't talk about it at all.
Oh okay.
It was cool. It was cool. It was feedback. And that's it. Like on to the next topic. That was it. So I just had to.
Your brother might be a one of a kind human being.
Oh, he is. He is.
That's
that
awesome.
Guy is.
Yeah. But yeah, like I've been to Japan twice, and I took my fiance on our last trip, and there's like definitely cultural aspects that I incorporated into the book, and just into my writing in general. It's like everybody likes Japan for their own sort of pedestrian reasons. For me, it's like a culture that's so completely alien on the world stage, like, and it's like not to sound preferential here, but it's like a developed culture that's very unique.
Yeah.
And like one of a kind, and they have their problems. That, like I'm not trying to like be a weeaboo here, but like they have their cultural issues. It's not a perfect society, but it's interesting.
Like patriotic to a degree, right? Like communal as a whole country.
Yeah.
Or we couldn't hate each other more.
Yeah.
Fucking hate you guys.
Yeah, it's like that's a huge cultural shock from like, they're such a homogenous people, and in America, like, we can drive down right here and we'll see like people that, if the restraints of society were lifted, they would be killing each other immediately. Like they would sprint like chin first at each other and just start dropping bombs like haymakers.
This is crazy.
Yeah. It's interesting, but
yeah, and so that contributed to some of the things you saw and experienced firsthand
Mm-hmm.
contributed. You were able to add it into your book.
Yeah, and like phonetics to a degree.
How hard was the like culture shock when you go to places like that? Like that just scared. That idea is just fucking. I can't imagine myself like. You have that little avatar, like, all right, boom. Put myself in there. Like, I don't want me looking around right there right now. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, what am I doing here?
It's I think the culture shock itself, like when you actually are there, it's not as bad as you would think.
Right, yeah.
It's I mean it's there, but like, and we did get called a racial slur. I speak a little Japanese, and shine means like go to hell.
Yeah.
And some old guy like walking down the street said that to us.
Just for no reason.
Yeah, like again, they have their reasons not to like outsiders,
right,
and
yeah.
we were walking this way, he was walking like towards us, he just shine keeps walking. I'm like,
Hell yeah.
well, I'm not gonna fight an 85-year-old Japanese man. I am.
4th degree black belt.
There's no winning. It's like either he's a master, he's like a judoka master who's gonna like throw me on the ground and kill me, or I just fought an 85-year-old.
Yeah, bro,
and I'm going to jail forever.
You could have just yelled at him, and you'll probably get 30 years based on your passport, the flag on your passport.
Yeah. I just say to him, "Boku wa Nihongo ga hanasemasu. Yoroshiku ne." Like, I speak Japanese. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. I'm friendly.
Yeah.
Do those trips help you? Like, is that intentional to do you subscribe to the idea like writers got to live interesting lives?
I wouldn't say I subscribe to it as like a universal, because there are plenty of writers that didn't. Like Cormac McCarthy, not to bring it back to him, but like he lived most of his life in like a shack, like and like he lived out of hotel rooms. Like he was like a poor, broke, deadbeat dad for most of his. Not to denigrate Cormac McCarthy.
Right,
he was not a deadbeat dad. He had a good relationship with his son and all that, but like he was like married with a kid, like living out of like hotel rooms.
Right, yeah.
So
take that at face value, however you want to interpret it.
Versus guys like C.S. Lewis, who went to war. That guy Henry Miller, he like traveled the world. Like you can live an interesting life.
Right. Yeah.
I've done a lot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, jiu-jitsu has to contribute to it. It's a hard thing to do. I mean, any martial art is a hard thing to do.
Yeah.
Especially for a prolonged, like 10 years. That's a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, like Hemingway was like he was way out there, right?
Oh yeah. Hemingway was like a little bit of every kind of author that we've talked about. He's he's got the substance abuse of Hunter S. Thompson. He's got the womanizing of he was like kind of notorious for like just shacking up with I mean, I don't know how true that is. That might be like one of those rewriting history things.
Right, yeah.
But I do know that he drank a lot.
Yeah, for sure. And smoked a lot too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Smoking. Yeah, which is like that's but then he's a great though, right? Which like Picasso was a horrible person, right? Like, didn't he's like had like his two ex-wives, a son, that all committed suicide? I don't want to quote it, but I think that he has like multiple people in his life that I think he said women are either goddesses or doormats or something like that. Like,
Can we look this up just at it, because like I'm not as familiar with Picasso's gems, but Picasso woman comment. Boy. Yeah, the story of Picasso's women. That's a great article title.
You could put women are either
the purpose of art,
the
dust of daily life. Was it Picasso or was it because I know what's his face, Chagall. Oh yeah. Here we go. Okay. Often filled with conflict and emotional stress. He famously said that women are either goddesses or doormats. That's crazy. Oh man.
Yeah, but that's why he's him though, right? That's why he won't be emulated. And then he's essentially he's a tyrant, and like, he was just a tyrant, bro. But he's the best.
Yeah.
Maybe he's the best artist of all mediums and ever in human history. The most prolific production.
I mean, I wouldn't go so far as to call him like the best ever at, like across all, but
Well, arguably, of course. Arguably,
yeah.
of course.
But like to your point, like a good man is not a great man.
Right,
Like those
yeah,
aren't the
yeah,
same thing.
yeah.
Like you pick out like any historical figure, and no matter how venerated they are, how successful they were, like they all had a dark side.
Yeah,
You know
for
what I mean?
sure. And that's how they reached that level.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was something I thought when it was recently Kobe Bryant's birthday, and then
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. And then the 8/24 the next day. And that's what I thought, like, bro, like the world stopped when he passed away, bro. Like the world, it was
I was inside Staples Center when he died.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I was there for Fit Expo 2019, and we were inside the expo when the news broke,
Jesus.
and like everyone just started slowly filtering out of the expo and going to that memorial that they held for him in downtown.
That's heavy, bro.
Yeah.
That's wild.
And like again, a good example of that, like that story with him and the girl, like are we really gonna look at that on like the day that he died?
Right.
And like
right.
like the day, like he has a daughter.
Yeah.
It's like
who passed away too.
Yeah.
The
Like
whole
sorry,
family. Yeah.
I didn't articulate that well.
Oh yeah, you're good.
He like there was a daughter like gone with him. Like
Yeah.
it's a horrible thing.
Right. Yeah. Only was our boy, that was the guy Ari Shafir did though. Yeah, he went all out, and then the fucking world attacked him. Joe Rogan tiptoes around that. And anytime like Kobe, he never commented on it. Bro. Fucking everybody. He did not read. He wasn't ready for that. Yeah. He went a little too bold, and he got the wrath of the world. But I thought, like, I compared like him dying and the world stopped, and like. Of course, I don't mean this to undermine everything like somebody like Jeff Bezos has accomplished. And of course he has his family that's gonna be fucking destroyed, and he inspired a ton of entrepreneurs that are probably fucking animals right now.
Right.
Just killing the game, on every level. But the world's not gonna stop like that, like to that degree. Like, honestly, some losers are gonna be happy, like, oh, he's a good guy, like the people that hate success because they can never be successful, or they or they can, but they don't want to work for like that type of thing. So that that's the right, because Kobe was great in what he did, and then he still had his troubles and everything, but it's
not the most couth way to like talk about it, but like you have to set aside your opinions to have humanity in times like that. Like there are plenty of people alive now that like I don't like them, or like I don't agree with what they stand for, but like when they're gone, I'm not going to be happy about it.
Yeah,
it's like
right.
You say your prayers, you ask the Lord to forgive them, and you wish them well. That's what being human means.
Yeah, that's what being mature means. Though,
true.
Yeah,
sure.
There's like there's men that are our age that are little boys emotionally, intellectually, So that I really appreciate that frame of thought though. That was very well spoken.
Yeah. Not a total idiot sometimes. Sometimes I can put together a few coherent sentences.
Here are my 3 books. Of a few coherent sentences.
I'll have this one re-released in maybe a month or so, and then this one's out, and this one is. If you have a gambling problem, you should read that one. So.
That's for when you hear that part. That's for y'all. motherfuckers.
No.
Motherfucker.
It's all
Bro, I
good.
would have bet UFC, and I bet on the people I wanted to win.
Let's do an 8-leg parlay.
every
There's
single
no
time.
way this could go wrong.
I want him to win. Or like stupid shit, bro. Time I bet on a guy because he was so tall, so much taller than his opponent. Like 6'3" versus 5'8".
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Oh, there's no way. 5'8" guy just wrestled him
Oh,
for 3
damn.
rounds.
Yeah.
So ridiculous.
Oy. I can't gamble. One, because my luck is like hilariously bad. Like if you drive with me, you will be throwing shit out my window. Like I hit every red light. It's so bad. But I also get emotionally invested in fighters that I like,
Yeah.
and that skews my objective. Like
Yeah. 100%.
you know, which like I try not to get too emotionally invested, but you know, I wanted to see Oliveira beat,
Turo.
yeah,
Fucking Turo.
yeah, Tapatio, no, no, he's Tapuria's Spanish, like
yeah.
Spanish.
Well,
Like,
he's Georgian and then he immigrated to Spain.
gotcha, okay. Those caucus boys, dude.
Yeah. It's crazy. We need an American. Somebody got to win, bro. We need.
You know who was like that? Before he got TKO'd was Bo Nickel.
Right.
Like-
yeah, he was our great American hope.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
our great American wrestler,
Yeah.
And then that guy,
RDR.
yeah, RDR, just fucking whooped him.
awkward motherfucker. Huh?
Yeah, yeah. I
Like,
like.
a big dork,
Yeah.
bro, that just beats the shit out of people.
I don't know the whole background of the fighting nerds thing, but I like the aesthetic of it.
Yeah, it's cool, right? Yeah,
It's very
guys. They got bullied their whole lives. Now it's just a group of assassin friends.
Yeah.
It's also cool because they don't have like a big name head coach that like kind of like, oh, it's all Mike Brown or it's all Javi Mendez or Whitman. Like, it's like, it's like it's the one guy and then just the rest of the boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're cool. They got some big fights coming up. Next week too, or next week.
Yeah, one can hope.
Yeah.
Crush it. Is it ill-advised that I talk about deep conspiracy theory on here?
Not at all.
Okay, sweet, because I was going to anyway. So there was some article in some Arizona newspaper, because Arizona, Southwest, obviously, scalping, like it was an actual practice out there. And
Right.
think about it, it's an economic practice, right? Like you're proving that you killed somebody, right?
Yeah.
To present it, like that's why they used to call it a receipt. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Like, hey, we killed him, grab the receipt, and they would scalp him. Yeah, that's dark. But yeah. So this article came out how they found a fossilized human skull, 300,000 years old, like a proto-human that had been scalped. Like it had evidence of scalping, right? And it's like, if it's an economic activity, what economy was going on 300,000 years ago where like that was part of it?
Yeah, where that was a necessity.
Yeah. So it's like, are there ancient civilizations that we don't know about where they were just incredibly violent and lost to history, lost to time?
Well, do you know who Graham Hancock is?
I've heard the name, but
Yeah, well, you can watch Ancient Apocalypse. That's a good
oh yeah,
good introduction to him. But he's done all the hard work that professors and he's done scuba diving in like Italy and goes to like the middle of nowhere in Arizona and finds the fucking hieroglyphs or petroglyphs.
dude,
like on the ground, and he goes to all the real spots, but he has a lot of evidence that there was incredibly advanced civilizations. He even thinks like the Aztecs and Mayans built upon civilizations like that with that.
The way lines, like the pyramids are built on like areas of the planet where like there's natural energy.
Yeah, like almost perfectly aligned to true north. Like, but it's a huge structure, and it's like
How'd they figure that one out?
it's like 0.0001% off. Yeah, but not like anybody that advanced should not. They don't have no reason to scalp, right?
Right.
Yeah,
well, it's. I mean, I get what you're saying.
I would think, right?
Yeah. Don't talk about it so loud.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah. It's just it's the Smithsonian lying to us about history. I feel like they found some weird shit. They destroyed it, and now it's all boring.
Yeah. Now it's all fucking Picasso.
Yeah, it's all Picasso.
Fucking maniac.
It's like what's that? Ancient Egyptian artifacts found in the Grand Canyon that the Smithsonian found and destroyed. No, let's talk about how Picasso was a womanizer.
Okay. It's weird. It's worse than that. Yeah. I just watched Apocalypto. We were talking about it, and like that. How were they so aligned with True North and this, and aligned with Giza and all these things, but they still saw sacrifice as a necessity? Yeah. And how were they so advanced reading astronomy and the calendars and the cycles of the stars and everything, but they still believe astronomy was, or sacrifice was required, which doesn't make sense. So like we thought maybe those things weren't theirs initially, and then because they didn't have the true knowledge, they were overcompensating with, I guess, the most primal, primitive.
That's a very good point, actually.
Yeah.
Like I hadn't thought about, like, obviously we're talking about this ancient apocryphal, like the true history, the stuff that they try to convey through legends, but this juxtaposition of being like an advanced society, but also like needing to do human sacrifice. It makes no sense.
Yeah, for sure. Even to like it's a hard thing for Mexican, Hispanic, indigenous people like to accept, like, because we would like to think, natives would have advanced to, we would have gotten here too, without Spanish conquest and manifest destiny and all those things, but bro, we were, like, life was nothing, we're fucking, beating hearts out of people's chests and fucking throwing, the whole, just from the vague things. I don't know. Of course, I'm not a scholar, or I haven't done a ton of research on it, but like
it makes sense, and I know it doesn't get talked about a lot, but like I have German heritage, and people don't talk about the strange parallels with like German paganism, and like we had a similar issue with the Romans, where the Romans came and conquested us,
right,
and like obviously we were doing some some pretty dark shit.
Yeah,
too, but,
for sure.
It's, history is advancing in one direction.
Yeah. How convenient for us to think that our bloodline is the one that doesn't have the fucking, the murderers and the fucking, and the...
It's universal.
And or else we wouldn't have got here. We had to survive for, since the dawn of human history, which, how the fuck do we process that? Mm-hmm. How many ancestors do we have? Of course, but it's built into our DNA. Every single we have like the worst criminals by our standards are all our grandparents, and from our aunts and great uncles and everybody all throughout history, bro. They'd be canceled a lot.
It's like living through the darkest eras of history. You're gonna get the greatest, and you're also gonna get the worst.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like you're gonna get like the most courageous, the most steadfast, and then you're also gonna get the people that are the most savage, the most like willing to do whatever it takes. Like it's a scary thought.
Yeah. Part of being a human, though, right?
Yeah.
That's how. That's there's like a lot of intellectual traps, right? But that's the trap of that one. Like,
yes.
I'm on the good fucking team, bro. I'm fighting for the people, and I'm right, and you guys are fucking bad, and you guys are fascist, and all these, and patriarchy, and all this whole thing. I'm like, bro, it's a fact, bro. Or else we wouldn't have made it this far.
Yeah. Good place to end.
Yeah.
War is God. No. It's that's a dark quote.
Just from my perspective, it's never been easier to get a song released to the world.
Yeah.
Right. But interesting. Like I found it interesting that a book still requires, essentially a technology that's been around for a long time. So what's the process of getting like physical prints done?
I mean, you can do it like you can self-publish. Like I'm self-published.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need like a few more like 1,000 readers before a publisher will like take me seriously.
Right.
I've talked to people that like either have published themselves or like work with other writers and but Amazon, KDP, Kindle Direct Publishing. That's what I use. Just because Amazon, you know. Very good shipping time. Then Barnes and Noble also has their own self-publishing service. Smashwords is like I think it's like a third-party one.
Right.
So like you can publish through them, and then they'll sell it to like bookstores, all that.
They'll get it to the places.
Yeah. So, but I'm on Amazon for now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, I thought that was interesting. Like, it's still it's like a relic of the past almost.
Yeah.
But I've never. I don't think I'll ever do the Kindle or the phone. Like I haven't really been doing audiobooks neither. Really, I've kind of got over those.
Yeah.
Like it's just it's like what a moment it is. Like just a peaceful, quiet moment. Like just nothing on, just a book. Like.
And that's why I'm re-releasing this one, because I don't like how it was partially my fault, but I don't like how the print face like on the page looks. Like I feel like it's a little jarring. So like I'm gonna re-release it with better margins and like a smaller overall size. It's that I think will kind of add to that experience that you're describing.
Right. Yeah.
Like a peaceful, like enjoyable.
Yeah.
Actually,
Good to travel and things like that. Yeah. Yeah, those are all like those moments are just cool too. Like just
Yeah, man.
it's just such a world.
Oh yeah. Are you So I know you're on Spotify. Where else can I support you? Like
Just the podcast, really. Yeah, the podcast until we get some live shows going.
Hell yeah.
Don't tell nobody.
Edit that out.
Yeah, don't tell nobody. Well, yeah, just that, and just man, by doing your best too, like, man. That's what we're all about here too, man. We're trying to. We just had it playing there and like hustle and motivate. Like I'm trying to inspire people, and then through inspiring people, like yourself, people that are doing things that have something physical to see and a whole perspective, and like that's I don't know. We were talking. Yeah, I go back to yesterday because it's so fresh. We were talking to another friend, and we were talking about like how when we were young, we were kids, and somebody would have a good song, and we would feel like, oh shit, like fuck, he got one, like I gotta get one, like oh I gotta do one, or somebody, you perceive his verse as better, like fuck, he killed me on that song, like I was like, bro, like very famine mindset. And then my other friend was like, it was a fucking the potato famine, like in Ireland, and then potatoes in Spanish are papa, so we just like fucking straight papa mindset, like.
Straight papa mindset.
Straight papa mindset, like the famine, bro. straight famine. But nah, we don't. I don't subscribe to that. I don't live like that, and we're right here.
Hell yeah, man.
We're right here.
I stand by the podcast, like what you say in the description, like where are we going from here?
Yeah.
I like that. It's a good motto. It's a good question to ask.
Yeah, it's a good thing to think about, right?
Yeah.
And I think that, and now you'll be the first guest to ask yourself.
Yeah. I'm gonna be writing on my Substack, where I'm just Keith Hickson. I'm gonna be doing some online type chapter by chapter stuff there. Probably taking a break from Epsilon for a little bit, but I mean, I started book 2 one day after I finished book 1.
Hell yeah.
So my definition of like a break will be like a month, and then like I'll feel the itch,
Hell
so,
yeah.
But yeah, man, I'll be at it. So.
Yeah, and then everybody could find your books on Amazon, everywhere else, and under what?
Yeah, so Keith Hickson C on Instagram, all one word, and that's my writing page. I'll put snippets of my work from these books on there, and then I also just put little. It's a fun page, you know? And it has all the links to my work
For sure. Yeah, and then of course we'll link everything in the description of this episode.
My man, thank you.
And that's another one.
Awesome.
Going from here.
Peace.
Motherfuckers, who said that? I don't know who said it, but I know it's good. The man who chooses not to read has no advantage over the man who can't read.
There you go. There you go. I like that.
Motherfuckers, get some books going.
Yeah.
Get some books going.
Have your reading list ready, okay? I will be quizzing you guys.